Oh man, I am danced out, but I'm still dancing. All right, welcome back to Sunrise. It is that time of the morning where we bring to you the one. I'm going to try and make up a name. The only. I should have thought about it first. I would just go back to Teeks.
All right, we'll take it.
Hi, TK. How are you?
It's so good to see you with your dancing selves in the early morning here.
You should have joined us.
Yes. I know that.
Yes. Everybody should have on their socks still. Where are your socks, girl?
You know what? That's a great question. That's a really good question. That's a question I'll have to find out from
perhaps
the
we
powers
should just
that be, you know?
We should just move to the headlines.
I think that's a great idea.
Really great suggestion.
It's a great idea.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, so first up in the headlines, Prime Minister Holness makes budget presentation. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness made his budget presentation yesterday under the theme, Jamaica's Next Chapter, Accelerating Growth for Your Peace, Productivity and Prosperity. This is Holness's 10th consecutive budget speech as Prime Minister. He spoke on how government is to allocate $1 billion to provide one-time cash grants of $20,000 to 50,000 vulnerable individuals who are not eligible for PATH, social pension, NIS, or other programs. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has dubbed the initiative the Solidarity Program. He also spoke on the national minimum wage will increase to $16,000 per 40-hour work week, effective June 1 this year. That's a 6.7% increase over the current rate of $15,000 per 40-hour work week, according to Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness. So, yeah.
I think the most interesting part of the debate that most people are just like, me no mind this, is what he spoke about that would happen with motor vehicles and the fitness. So what he also said in the presentation was that if you purchase a brand new car, you will not have to do fitness for 5 years. Okay. And then he also said that if you're purchasing a used car, you do fitness every 3 years for a car that's under 10 years old. And if you're purchasing a car over 10 years old, then you do fitness every year. Me know say everybody will have to go dip
feel good about that.
Feel real good about that.
And it makes sense.
It just makes sense because if you're purchasing a brand new vehicle, obviously
you don't need to do it every year.
I think that's a welcome adjustment that a lot of people have raised. He also spoke about changes to the NHT in terms of, you know, what one person will be allocated. 2 people now also get a bigger purse, and you can now have up to 3 people and they get a bigger allocation as well. So I think there's a lot shared, there's a lot to digest. The presentation was long, real long, but meaty. And as I always say, whenever these presentations happen, it was applicable to the Minister of Finance, it was applicable to the opposition Minister of Finance, it was applicable to our opposition leader's presentation, now applicable again to our Prime Minister's presentation. Go and find out the information for yourself, listen to it, digest it so you can know what is happening in the country. It's really important that we know what's happening.
Definitely. Or get you a friend like Yendi who can just break it down for you.
Break it down.
No, I'm dead serious. Sometimes we need a friend for talk with us. So what do you think about this? We need to have these discussions. So I love it. But I'm saying she's taken. She's my friend.
You can have her.
Friend.
You can have her.
What's the next headline?
Next up, Cybersecurity Agency warns about compromised RSA keys. The National Security Operations Center, NSOC, has revealed that millions of RSA keys crucial for secure communications were inadvertently exposed, creating significant security risks. This breach could allow attackers to impersonate trusted entities, launch phishing attacks, and potentially decrypt sensitive information. As a result, the NSOC is urging immediate action to address the compromise, including the revocation of affected keys, the issuance of new certificates, and a review of key management protocols. Experts stress the importance of organizations implementing robust security measures to mitigate the risks posed by the exposure. These include encryption, multi-factor authentication, and strict access control for key storage and handling. Additionally, organizations are advised to strengthen network monitoring and develop comprehensive incident response plans to swiftly detect, contain, and recover from potential security breaches.
Not good news.
Not good. It's not good.
And how, I mean, you said the list out all the ways that people are supposed to, make sure that this doesn't happen. So what happened? Because if we're doing all of this and doing the correct protocol, how does something like this happen? I find these things very stressful, because I'm like, how are we safe? And it's a whole other world, like there's a world that to me, I'm always like, every time I even have to put in a token or something, I'm like, where is this information going? Who has it? So it doesn't make you feel good to know that, who's supposed to have it
Safe.
Don't.
It's pretty wild. It's actually really wild when you think about the fact that there are programs in place with two-factor notification and authentication, and things these still happen.
Yeah.
I always say, the people who are able to do these things are supremely intelligent.
Yeah.
You can't use it to something else.
Yeah.
Something that's contributing to the benefit, the advancement of the whole human race.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. Do this with yourself. My
Honestly.
God. Give me a
to-
break. We stress out.
To your point, one of the major things is just the advancement and the progression of these scams and these activities. Because when you say, okay, I'm going to put in this, you put in something in place, and then they're like, figure it out and go around, and you're like, oh no, I need this. And so you have to constantly be evolving, which is what is the recommendation that these institutions, you need to be on top of it. I know it's going to be a hefty investment, but you have to keep us safe.
Still, I'm getting locked out of my phone 3 times a day by my kids.
and that's it for the headlines.
Maybe they need to hire my kids, lock them out. All right, well, that's all the time we have for headlines. After the break, we press play on some viral videos in React. We'll be right back.